Hey listeners, Shawn O'Hara here. Just stopping in to let you know that we've got a fun little holiday piece of merchandise coming from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers. We're doing another one of our Dice Advent calendars featuring original art by Jessica Ty, and if you look inside the door, a little original story written by myself and performed by myself and the cast. So check that out at spoutlore.com/merch or fantasybynumbers.ca/spoutlore.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of three heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Thing is half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacomadome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Playing Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Good day.
And playing Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello, everyone.
When last we left our heroes, they found themselves at the very front door of the place they've been wondering about for years, and also our listeners have been asking about for years. Hither and Yon.
Right. That's what we did do last time.
That is what we did.
Good memory.
After goading Morris to enter the bar first, out of fear that it was some sort of trap, and also a fear that his friend didn't want to see him, according to Tuck, the party was soon accosted by a terrified Francis the Woolly Pig, afraid that there was some sort of ambush taking place. The kerfuffle drawing down the staircase. Long-lost companion, Mears Foulsmith, now seemingly around 18 years old, in his late teens, filled out quite a bit, quite tall, little bit of a beard, modified mechanical iron hand, and the barkeeper of Hither and Yon.
So sick.
There was a nice little catch-up as the party shared some drinks and food, and filled in Mears on their adventures as he filled them in on his. The party discussed with Mears what they were to do next, the bar arriving as they themselves were at an impasse. To the deck below, the skiff of Chimes,
So sick.
the patron of sailors. Chimes arrived completely nude, except for a breechcloth,
Right.
and sat at the bar as the party just hammered him with questions. Like their dad just got home from work and they were wondering what's for dinner.
Like our dad just got home from war. Like
They're wondering what's for dinner.
Yeah. And then we learned a number of things. Chimes made a deal with Mother Never Was. The deal was to learn the secrets of runic magic, which he uses in his tattoos. And ever since that deal was made, he has been making himself increasingly immortal because the deal comes due once Chimes dies. And Mother Never Was receives the power that Chimes has bestowed upon himself.
Cool.
And that power he used to, from what he says, temporarily make himself the god of the sea in his fight with the Gibbous Man millennia ago to free Lillian.
So cool.
So sick.
That power, we can assume, was transferred to the sea, turning it into the Sea of Graves, which means that the sea is now the god of the sea. It is a god sea. That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
We also learned that Mother Never Was is in some fashion the god of things that never were. She is every choice that was never made, the uncreated, and that is why the Gibbous Man fears her so. Ving also, looking inside at the trove of druidic knowledge, discovered that the Gibbous Man and Mother Never Was made a plan themselves, or made a deal themselves long, long ago, which led to the creation of the night sky. The stars, their contract, and the moon, their offspring.
Which that actually implies that the entirety of the iconic realm is the contract between the Gibbous Man and Mother Never Was.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yep, depending on the true connections between the night sky and the iconic realm.
Right, because
Yeah.
it was the giants who thought that the
Yes.
the stars were the icons.
Yes. And whether or not that is true or a cultural interpretation from the giants has yet to be proven. After all of this, Perel woke from a sleepy, stew-induced coma in front of the fireplace at Hither and Yon and asked where the fanny pack was. So everybody rushed to the door to see if they could get it back. Tuck closed the door and opened it again, seeing before them a war. The forces of the Firefields and the forces of the Riverways and the High Spear, including at the head of the Firefields forces, Colm Blackhammer with his black-bladed sword.
Gosh.
That is where we find our heroes now. Hither and Yon has apparently decided that this is where you have to go now.
Can I discern realities?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to do this quickly.
2d6 plus, quick is the key here.
10.
10, so 3 questions.
What is about to happen?
What is about to happen is, Billy, you, shockingly, as the littlest boy in the room, are also the most experienced at war.
Oh, yeah.
Many of your lifetimes have been spent in battle, and even just your ancient warrior instincts, scanning this battle before you, you know that the High Spear and Riverways forces are going to be overwhelmed.
Oh, no. Who's really in control here?
You see Colm Blackhammer in the distance. I should say he is quite far away. You'd have to get through some serious shit to even get close to him.
You can see there's a cluster of the red banners around this giant figure.
The red banners with the black hammer. And he is swinging this sword back and forth. And you see the glint of the blade. And you know at this point in your adventuring life, that blade is made of obsidian. And he is fighting with a fury that seems unbecoming of such an experienced warrior, which makes you think he must be under some sort of
oh my god
influence.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
What here is useful or valuable? I think you peek your head out the door a little bit and you see that you've come out of what appears to be a nearly ruined outhouse. Above the jamb of the door, carved into the wood, you see Hither and Yon, carved into the wood of this outhouse. But this is the door that the bar has chosen.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's ruined for a couple of reasons. One, because it's in the middle of a war, and the other because they had chili last night.
So you opening this door and realizing the inside of the outhouse is gone, you wonder where all that poo-poo and pee-pee went.
Oh, the poo-poo and pee-pee is all
okay,
around
I would
us.
like to roll discern realities to figure out where the poo-poo and pee-pee went.
The rest of the answer that I was about to give.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
unless you don't want any more information.
do.
No,
Can
we
I
want
roll
to do
color
poo-poo and
editor?
pee-pee. We're all rolling for poo-poo and pee-pee now.
Shut up.
Everyone, we're going to hear about the poo-poo and pee-pee now.
What you realize, Billy, is that the battle is raging to the point where no one has noticed a little boy poking his head out of a destroyed outhouse.
But the poo and the pee.
Oh, you don't want to know more of what I was going to say. You want to know more about the poo
I
and the
want
pee.
to know that. And
Yeah. So it seems like when Hither and Yon appeared here and you opened the door, the poo-poo and pee-pee was actually forced out of the outhouse. So in front of you for about 5 meters in every direction is a thick layer of human excrement.
Out.
It went out.
Guys.
Usually you would assume that space would just be shunted somewhere else temporarily in the metaphysical realm.
Yeah.
While Hither and Yon took its place, but not today. Today it was the density, the absolute mass of the human excrement that was present in this place altered the laws of thaumaturgy such that it became a cannon.
Okay, Shawn.
The ammo of which
we did ask for
was
this.
the detritus of a chilly dinner.
And there was a guy who was walking to the bathroom with it.
He's dead.
Oh,
He was killed when a 4-foot-long cylinder of solidified human shit caved in his chest.
He was a bad guy, though.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a bad
There's
guy.
no dead man covered in shit here.
There's a dead guy covered in shit.
There's a dead guy. But he's a bad guy, so it's okay.
He was a bad guy.
He was a really bad guy. He was a middle manager.
We cut to 20 minutes before when he was really giving it to one of his underlings.
Yeah, he's like, you little piece of shit. I'm the boss. And I'm taking out my past traumas on you.
Yeah. And
now I gotta go take a shit.
Oh no, past traumas. Now we have sympathy for this guy.
Oh no.
No, because I had every opportunity to work on them and I refused.
That's true. He had benefits that would have covered
I
therapy.
had I would have gotten paid to go to therapy.
Oh, man.
I use my benefits for racist tattoos.
And he pulls up his chest and it says, I hate elves.
Look at these things. They're so racist.
And then, so they didn't notice Billy.
Yes. So what the actual answer to this question was going to be was that you have a moment to think about this. No one has noticed that you guys are here yet.
Okay.
You don't have to rush headlong into the battle if you don't want to. You don't have so much time that you can be like, hello. But if you like close the door would be closed and you could either leave or you could plan or whatever.
Tuck runs into the battle.
You serious?
Okay, great. Cool. So when he does that, what is he thinking about?
He's tugging on the sweater that he's wearing because it's still clean.
Yeah. That doesn't answer my question very well, though. So what is he thinking about when he leaves to enter this high stakes situation?
Oh, that he's just like, he sees that the Riverways is about to get totally fucked.
Sprinting.
he sees people in the Riverways principality.
People wearing like the reed capes that Alakee wore.
And then he flashes back. He has a flashback.
To her boobs that barely move under her grass shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Was that a description?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of how I imagine.
That was Jessica's description of her boobs.
Yeah, I don't imagine them like huge. They're like modest boobs,
They're
but
modest
Tuck
boobs.
loves them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love them.
Uh-huh.
And I flash back to me yelling at her through her window.
Yeah, totally.
And I flash back to like when she was being attacked by that crocodile.
Mm.
And then he grips his axe so tight and he goes, "Not again."
And then you hear a voice going, that old guy that he made friends with. All right, boys, this is it. Line
Oh,
up.
Staten Walden?
I know the other guy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
neighbor.
You shut the fuck up. What are you doing? It's a
Right, yeah.
And then they end up being
All right,
friends.
guys.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
like, I feel like I've made a true friend tonight.
He's like
Yeah, you
giving
see-
them a war speech, you know?
You hear a voice on the distant battlefield. All right, boys. Everybody line up. Archers in the back. Guys with sharp stuff in the front.
Oh no!
Sharp guys forward.
They're
Oh
so
no.
fucked.
They're so fucked.
So fucked.
Don't forget your reed skirts.
Underneath those capes, not much. We can't let them know that.
And then Tuck, he hears the voice and he comes back from his flashback and he goes, Alakee's roommate. That guy whose name I never got.
My new friend.
The stakes have never been higher.
Running to her roommate.
Running.
Yeah, to the tune of War Pig.
Yeah, totally. So Tuck, you start charging towards the Riverways irregulars.
Yes. And as he's running, he goes, Alakee!
Roommate.
Yeah, and then he says the last part really quiet. Alakee!
It's roommate. And as Tuck starts running across the field. Billy and Ving, what do you do?
I chase after him.
Oh, Billy is so mad. I don't want to do
Is
this.
there any weapons in the hither and yon? Is there anything?
I grabbed some of the steak knives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Billy grabs a bunch of steak knives, and as you're running out the door, you hear Mears go, "Close the door!" And the door closes, and then it slams, and then creak.
Oh, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, the
It
door
is.
creaks back open, and there is an outhouse
And
there.
there's a
And
man in
another
there.
dead guy.
Oh, shit.
Crushed full of shit.
Maybe he's alive. And he's
Yeah,
like,
he's
oh,
Where was I? Where was I?
I was in hell. I was in hell.
Where was I? When was I?
He chokes up one final mouthful of human shit, and then he dies.
Christ.
Oh my God.
You all did this to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then, as he dies, he tries to give himself one more racist tattoo.
I need to let everybody know how much I hated orcs. To be clear, I am a bad person. It's every enemy that dies.
Every
And
time
this show has to be like, I'm a bad guy. So you don't feel bad about
I'm
killing them.
obviously a bad guy.
I'm in the wrong.
Did Morris and Perel come with us?
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Absolutely not.
They're goddamn wizards. We could have used them.
Fucking kidding me? There's no way
When
they
Billy
enter a
turned around to
battlefield.
look, they were behind the bar, like peeking over.
They were
They
the
were
ones that
shaking
were
their-
closing the door.
Billy reached back to close the door and it slammed in his face.
Whoa.
On a child.
And Morris and Perel we cut into the hither and yon, and Morris and Perel are just like, they have the room keys. They have the room keys. They'll be fine. They have their room keys.
When
made
are
the
they
right
ever
call.
not
Yeah,
fine?
what are we gonna do? A couple old thaumaturgists?
Yeah. And Mears is like, shing, like he's like a warrior with a metal hand and all battle clad.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, what? You didn't close the door, did you?
the door. You close the door? I said, don't close the door. I didn't go get my stuff.
Sorry, we just heard close the door.
Oh man, they're fucked.
Oh, Mears was gonna help us.
That
my
would have
God.
been so cool, seeing him his new like fight style with
Maybe
this
next
hand.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Catching swords.
You guys aren't ending the war storyline this episode. I promise you.
You don't think so? Because Tuck's gonna really try.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God.
That's why both brothers aren't in the same place at the same time.
Oh, smart.
What time is it?
Fairy child.
I wanted to roll 4 seasons.
Oh, do it.
for sure.
More form, Billy.
Yeah. Okay. So 4 seasons. Remember, you just roll a d4,
Oh, I just
and then it
rolled a D4.
chooses the number determines the season.
Oh, shit.
Number 4 is winter. Let's hope for I get 4.
Number 4.
Come on, winter. 4.
That's a 4.
Oh, yes.
4 for war. 4 for war.
4 for war.
war.
4 for war.
4 for war. And I love that it is still tiny little fat Billy.
Yeah,
but
so-
now he is entering a winter form.
The winter form is just when I deal damage, I deal an additional d6.
Holy shit.
Does Billy look different?
I think so. Well, what do you think?
I think he frosts over a bit.
Sweet.
Mhm.
I like it.
And the other thing is that his countenance changes. Like he
Yeah.
is in the winter season, so the way he acts is different.
Yeah, he's
That's-
shiftier.
Well, yeah. What is Billy thinking? Like he sees this battle unfolding before him.
He starts thinking that Tuck and Ving acted rashly.
Oh,
And he's like,
Oh.
idiots.
oh
This
yeah.
isn't just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Because he's thinking with his war brain.
Yeah.
Because you get more tactical.
Yeah, this is not tactically prudent.
Yeah. Oh, I imagine like he's got a steak knife in his little hand, and his hands kind of like flex on the handle, and like ice starts creeping down the blades.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is this the end of the day? I'd like to use what the bones know to roll a d6 at the end of the day.
The end of the day would have. Oh man, it's probably really weird in Hither and Yon. I think
Yeah.
that stuff happens faster than you think. So yeah, you could get the end of the day thing.
And can I roll Fairy Child as well?
Yep, you
Okay.
both get. What I'm saying is that you both get your
Oh,
thing.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Sick.
The way time works in
Yeah.
Hither and Yon.
Okay, great.
Yep. So it's 2d6 plus charisma for Fairy Child, and what the bones know, I think, is you just roll a d6.
1d6.
Uh,
I got a 1.
Okay.
I'll save it for later.
Okay, so you get to hold a 1 for whenever you want to use a 1.
I got a 8, so I have 3 hold for Fairy Child.
Okay, cool.
Can he give it to someone else and like fuck up their role, like an NPC?
Potentially.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But I think right now he just gets a 1
Okay.
that he can use whenever he
I'll just put
wants
that
to.
over there.
Yeah.
But for now, basically, Ving gets the overwhelming sense that something is not going to go as well as he thinks it will later on.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh, my old sense.
Oh, self-doubt. My old friend.
Great.
Okay, so Billy's got 3 fairy hold.
Fuck yeah.
Ving
Wow.
is getting a bad feeling about this fight,
Uh-huh.
oh no.
and you are charging towards the battle.
Yeah.
And you hear the guy yelling, "All right, sharp boys, get ready!"
Tuck's running straight for that group of people because
Yeah.
he's like, they're gonna die. He assumes that they're all the people he knew from Bull Rush, so he needs to protect them.
Uh-huh.
And he comes running up from behind them and jumps and clears the entire battalion and lands in front of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, 2d6 plus strength, I guess. You're trying to
Sick.
leap over like 30 people.
Yeah, and I'm gonna lead them when I land.
Okay.
I only rolled a 5, but I got 8.
8, so
Yeah.
7 to 9.
Yep.
You clear this group of people. You just jump real hard.
And as I'm jumping, I go, to the beautiful Alakee.
And you splash down in the mud in front of them, a thunderous crash as
Yeah.
your body hits the ground.
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
And then I go, I'm your leader now, nerds.
And then
And then I lead them to war, I guess.
yeah, so you start running forward.
Do you want to be nerds forever?
Yeah.
And and a few of them get so caught up in you making this huge gesture that they start following you. They all cheer and they run forward. And then you realize that none of the other Riverways forces have quite mobilized yet, and you've just led a charge early.
Oh no. No.
That's very dangerous.
Shawn, no.
You have an opportunity to stop this.
I don't. Wait, can I roll a war cry into that as well? Because it was entering a battle with a show of force. It's like the most literal.
You're entering a battle.
Okay. To roll plus charisma.
So the thing that I will say is that if you are rolling this means that you are entering the battle.
Yes.
There is no time to waste, no time to think. You're running into the fight.
I'm running into the fight.
Okay.
I got it as 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 to 9 on a war cry is what?
I get to choose one.
Your allies are rallied and take +1 forward. Your enemies feel fear and act accordingly.
So I guess I do the allies. I want to give these guys the best chance.
Yeah. So what is your war cry when you hit the ground?
Can I make it that I jumped like 40 guys?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then he goes, I'm your leader now, nerds. And if you know where Alakee is, and then he makes the axe glow, like the amethyst crystal goes, it's like so bright.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, tell her I'm around. And he starts running into the battle.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think that your allies are rallied and take +1 forward means that you start rushing forward with these militiamen, and you see like down the line a growing cheer and like yell as the rest of the Riverways and High Spear forces in this battle. Several hundred people take this as the signal to charge. And they seem elated as they rush forward towards the Firefield's forces.
Sick.
Billy and Ving, you see Tuck has leapt to the forefront of this battle and begun a charge with nary a thought in his head. What do you do?
I think I join Tuck by his side.
Nice.
Because Billy is just going to cut down as many people as he can.
Okay, great.
Fucking
So Billy
sick.
has joined the charge.
Ving's got in on the other side, and I'm going to roll fight with honor.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, totally. Go ahead.
That's
Fight with
so
honors.
rad.
Shit.
2d6 plus Constitution.
I got 9.
9.
Yeah,
Nine's
that's
great.
fine.
That's what? 3
That's great.
3 chi, 2 chi, or something like that.
2 chi.
2. You can hold on to 2, no problem. What do we think the scale of this battle is?
I think it's a few hundred people total. I don't think it's huge.
Yeah, it seems like maybe a smaller battle in the greater war.
Skirmish.
The Blackhammer is here for some reason.
Mhm.
He insists on being at every battle, no matter how small.
Yeah, however many he can get to.
Yeah.
But what were you going to ask?
I was going to ask if there's a mech in this one.
I think there's one.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one of
Ooh.
the war machines. It's like 15 feet tall. It's just like iron pistons,
Mhm.
steam, like a coal burning engine on the back. You see Firefield's mechanics with like their big welder's goggles and wrenches and other like, it looks like pneumatic like rivet guns
Cool.
working on it as you guys are getting ready to charge.
And then on the other side, maybe they're like defending like an important ridge that gives them like the high ground. Maybe,
Maybe
that's
there's like
why-
something they're fighting over. Like
Yes.
it's not just a
The
fight for
toilet.
no reason.
Yeah.
This is the only toilet for miles.
Men, we're here today to defend the very foundation of the war effort. The one working toilet. No longer will the men and women of the Riverways shit in holes. We'll shit in a hole with a wall around it.
Nevermore shall your turds pass your children down the river into the future.
We'll shit in the beaches. We'll shit in the streets. Yeah, so they're fighting over some sort of like it's like a ridge or like a like maybe a bridge,
Yes.
like the bridge that crosses a river near here.
Yeah. And it crosses like the river into like the High Spear Principality proper.
Oh, we're on like
Yeah.
the edge of the border of the High Spear
Yeah.
Principality. I like that.
Yeah. And also the shitter.
And there's a shitter here.
The shitter's in the toll kiosk that's next to the bridge.
It's like
the bridge tolls.
it's like one of those like national park toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Come see
yeah.
our bridge and shit in our toilet.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Riverways Principality. They're not doing well.
Yeah.
Financially, culturally, everything. Riverway's having a bad time.
Yeah.
Mudlark might be one of the more financially successful villages.
That's insane.
It's because of the festival, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are now rushing towards the Firefield's forces. You see on the far side of the field, Colm Blackhammer, red hair flying. It's wild. It's long. It's blowing in the wind.
So sick.
He's got a big black-bladed sword. His cast iron armor seems to be mechanized in some way. Like he's got a small steam engine burning on his back that moves like pistons in the arms and legs.
Sick.
Gives him probably a great amount of strength.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like got steam billowing around him as he moves, as he charges his forces forward.
God, it's so fucking metal. I love it.
Steam from his armor suit is
Billowing around his neck.
It's like making his hair all curly and frizzy.
Yeah. It's fucking with his hair really bad. Yeah.
It looks cool like fire.
Yeah, it makes him look wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And you are rushing towards the side because Tuck decided to point it out specifically with a war machine, a 15-foot tall combat steam bot of some kind.
Oh, they're 15 feet? So they're the size of the mechs in The Matrix?
Yeah, they're about that size.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like 2.5 people tall. So they're not gigantic, but they're big.
They're not Pacific Rim mechs.
No, absolutely not. They're more like The Matrix or Titanfall.
Yeah.
So this thing, like you see the mechanics, see you guys charging towards them, and they start really reefing on some bolts, and then they back up and they start yelling at this thing, and it like stomps forward and starts stomping towards your line as you charge forward. What do you do?
And where is Colm relative to this thing?
At the other end, basically.
Okay.
Commanding the forces on the other side of this fight.
Okay.
Yeah, right now it seems to be like a full-on infantry charge. People are just rushing from either side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you do?
I just want to kill this thing.
All right,
Yeah, you can go for it.
The mech or the Colm guy?
Yes, both.
Yes.
Both of these
in his
things.
mind, he's like, fuck, if Alakee is here, or if someone tells her how cool I look, I really have a shot this time. Tuck goes straight for the mech.
Okay. You're going to have to roll some sort of defy danger.
To close the distance?
Yeah, to close the distance safely, because this thing's got reach on you for sure.
Can I do defy danger strength to like just run as hard as I can and barrel through whatever, or is that Constitution?
It might be more like Constitution to
Okay.
like take any hits that are coming.
Okay, here we go. 9.
So you start getting, like the war machine gets closer to you and like swings an arm down because it's got crazy reach on you.
Right.
And it is either going to hit you in a way that sends Larry, Terry, and Chad flying out of your hands, or you're going to take damage.
Can I give you an aid to make that a 10?
Yeah, you could aid. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You just gotta let me know that you want to aid.
You're going to aid him.
Okay,
right.
do it.
Nice. I got
Fuck yeah.
12 one.
Ooh.
Okay, that makes it a 10.
Hell yeah.
So
He does a
Ving-
slide. Ving does a slide out in front of him. He does like runs in front of Tuck and does like a slide and sprays battle muck.
Oh,
And Tuck is able to like step on you as you slide in front of me and jump, which
Yeah,
helps
yeah,
me
launch
clear.
him.
Yeah. We've done this move before, and it's so hot when it works.
Oh, it's amazing.
Alakee saw for sure, or is gonna know about
Draw
this.
this and show it to Alakee. Yeah, Tuck's like, draw this.
As Ving's like,
Yeah.
the drawing just has Ving's face looking all fucked up and weird from the effort.
like his neck is big for
And then
shot
I look
putting
so
her husband.
shitty in this drawing. What the fuck?
immediately after, it's a drawing of Ving going, oh, and holding his back.
But yeah, you clear this like arm as it slams down, sending a shower of mud into the air.
Fuck yeah! Tuck yells that. And then he buries TLC directly into the face of this mech.
All right, roll a hack and slash. 2d6 plus strength.
Is the man at the face or is the face the mech?
The mech seems
I don't know
like
what it looks like.
it is unmanned.
Okay, sorry.
Hmm.
But there is no person you can
Okay.
see piloting this. It's like a massive pistons and gears underneath like plates of metal.
It's a walking train.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it as like a train with arms and legs.
Okay, hack and slash.
Oh, no.
I'm rolling like fucking
Yeah.
I
shit.
should choose some different
Good.
dice, brother.
That's 7. I got 7.
Yes.
So that means you deal damage and it deals damage.
Yes.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Fuck, this is gonna be so bad because my rolls are goddamn dog shit.
I got a
Fuck.
6 though.
Yeah, I rolled 6.
6 is, why are you so mad? 6 is pretty good.
Still mad from the last thing.
Yeah.
And you do like chop into this thing's head zone, which is roughly head shaped. It's about the size of like a large pumpkin.
Okay.
But it's like a metal dome with plates and it's covered in lenses.
Okay.
And you crack into one of the lenses. And as you're like hanging there pulling your axe out, the head spins around and points like a different lens at you that focuses.
Fuck.
But you can see like steam pouring out of the cut that you jammed through its headpiece.
Yeah.
You can tell as an experienced fighter, this thing's fucking tough.
Yeah.
And now it gets to deal damage to you.
Okay.
You're like, you like grab onto its like a bar on the chest and you just slam your axe into it.
Yeah.
And the lens spins around and focuses on you, and you hear like a, and then a hand just grips your back.
Oh no!
Roll a D8.
6. So the same as I did. Great.
So painful.
I have 3 armor though.
I don't like this.
What?
You have 3 armor,
Yeah.
so you take 8 damage
Holy shit.
Why?
Even with the armor?
because its damage is a D8 plus 5.
Holy shit.
I pulled the closest looking monster out of the monster rules, and it also has forceful, so it grabs you, and you just feel these iron fingers like crunch around you, and then it pulls its arm back, and it just whips you through the air,
Oh my god.
and you sail like
Billy.
15, 20 feet.
And Tuck's like, nobody draw this!
You get thrown over Ving, over the closest rank of the Riverways Irregulars. Like you slam into the mud next to Billy, basically, and just create this furrow.
Oh my god.
He gets
Billy.
the wind knocked out of him. Oh my god.
Tuck just slams into the ground next to you, Billy, like a meat meteor. What do you do?
I go for the mech.
Do it! Avenge me, my son!
Can I borrow your axe?
Yes!
I take it,
Mm-hmm.
and ice like forms over my hand and onto the handle so that it's like stable.
Sick.
Oh, and you lift Terry, Larry, and
Yeah.
Chad?
So
Oh my God.
cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So cool. It's so
Cool.
funny because he's so little
So
and the
small
axe
and
is
the axe is
huge.
huge.
And when the ice forms over the axe, the light that it's emitting turns blue, like ice blue.
Oh,
Cool.
cool.
Yeah, can I just hack and slash, I guess?
Absolutely. Well, you'll have to do a defy danger to get close enough to attack it
Oh,
because
okay.
it does have reach.
Plus dexterity?
Dexterity works if you'd be like dodging and diving.
12.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
12.
Holy
So,
shit.
Billy just like runs forward. The axe looks like it's weightless in his hands.
Mhm.
I
And-
use the weight of it actually to propel me to dodge stuff.
Oh, I love that you're
cool.
throwing it and
Yeah.
launching yourself.
That's cool. That's cool and also very funny because Billy's getting
He's like an
pulled
oopie
around.
ball.
He's getting pulled around like Buster Keaton, just like.
Yeah.
"Meow, meow."
Yeah, that's so
But the arm's
sick.
like slamming down and just missing you, and then it'll do like a wide swipe, creating a furrow in the earth.
That's so cool.
And you're just thrown past it, and now you're like close enough. It leans down. It
Yeah.
had to lean down to try and hit you, so its chest and face is exposed
Yeah,
to you.
so I use the leverage of the axe to like whip myself and it into its chest
Hell yeah.
So
as hard as I
cool.
can.
Hack and slash. So 2d6 plus strength, which I know isn't Billy's strong
It's
suit.
not 2 plus 3. Oh gosh.
Okay, so then with the +1 forward from Warcry and the +1 forward from Discern Realities,
Yeah.
that actually makes it a 7.
Like maybe the axe just goes clang and then
Yeah.
like ice goes all over his chest.
It shatters.
That's sick.
I give it one more nudge.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the extra steam because he's steam powered. You throw some ice in there.
Mhm.
Oh, that's really cool. So yeah, you slam the axe into like a gap in the chest plates in the armor, and it just like looks at you like it didn't feel it at all, and then yeah, ice starts to climb over the metalwork. Roll your damage, plus an additional d6.
6.
Okay, not
that's
bad.
sick.
Yeah,
That's
not
all
bad.
right.
So yeah, the ice begins to form over and shatters,
Mhm.
and you can hear like gears breaking inside. You hear springs coming loose, pieces fly out of the side of this thing, and it reels back. Ving, you were on the ground after doing a cool baseball skid and throwing Tuck, and then seconds later saw Tuck get thrown over your head. And then Billy,
Threw him that way. What the?
then Billy, everybody's getting thrown around
Oh, so
you.
I throw my back out for nothing? So that was for nothing then. My sciatic is back for nothing.
And then, you see Billy fly over your head like a koosh ball and slam into this mech, which then ices over and shatters and some springs go flying past your face.
Oh my God, ice.
What do you do?
So I want to get in there with some ice moves.
Mm-hmm.
I think like in all the craziness of the fight, Vings runs up close to where the mech is and just like, he used to have Eye of the Storm. We could calm everything around him, but he doesn't have that anymore, so he has to calm himself. So he runs and sees that Billy uses ice in this thing and it's weak, and then takes a moment for a big deep breath and blows some freezing cold air, just like brings him back to the frozen north.
Oh, cool.
And blows like it has his hands in front of his face, kind of like it was weird praying moment. Blows into his fists and coats them in frozen blue crackling ice and dives headfirst into where its face is and wants to destroy the other lens.
What are you using here?
I want to use elemental form.
Yep.
When I create a form for myself from the elements, roll plus con.
Okay, yeah. So roll 2d6 plus con.
Oh, come on. 6 plus con is 9.
Okay. So on a 7 to 9.
You have +1.
Oh, I have a plus
you
1.
got
It's
a
10.
plus
I have a plus
1.
1.
Yeah.
So you have a plus 1. So you create, like, ice begins to coat your body.
Yeah.
Creating sort of an elemental.
And he starts running and it's like.
Yeah. Cool. And then you dive towards the mech, dealing your damage.
Yeah, I want to do a dive and then do a flip and then come in with my feet, which are now
cool.
ice, as it like turns icy speeder human form into him with a D10.
So sick. Yeah, and you're using one of your chi, which allows you to deal your
My
damage. And also, you would have to roll a defy danger to get into its reach, but you also have a chi fight with honor move.
Always cross any distance. So I use both my chi.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
So you're using one chi to cross distance to a foe.
Yes.
Which allows you to dodge and weave.
I get out of its reach, and then I'll use my other chi to deal my damage.
Beautiful.
2.
Oh, fuck.
I'll switch it out for the 1. Because fuck that 1.
Yeah.
So a 2, unfortunately.
Is that only 2 damage?
It's 2 damage.
Yeah.
And that is, you try and go for the same spot that Billy froze and shattered, and the same like cleft in the head piece that Tuck chopped. But you slam right into it. Feels like the thickest part of the chest armor as it moves in a very inhuman way. Like it's got a really low squat and it like hustles back really quick. So you can't quite judge where the weak spots are going to be in the same way you would with a human. And you slam right into the heaviest part of the armor and it feels like you just clang right off.
Damn.
But you still have your elemental form because you didn't spend any of those hold.
Great.
And you are continuing to sheathe yourself in ice as this chest and leg armor forms out of the frozen moisture in the air. Tuck, you're picking yourself up out of the mud after getting baseballed across the field.
Can I throw the axe back at him?
You can definitely try.
Oh my God, be careful.
2d6.
Really be careful.
2d6 plus dexterity.
10 plus 2.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you use that fairy magic, the winter form, to spin in place a little bit like a hammer thrower.
Yeah.
Hammer throw.
The ice cracks and the axe spins through the air towards Tuck.
Yeah. And then like Tuck grabs it out of the air.
While still face first in the mud.
Yeah.
Thank you, my boy. You've avenged your daddy. And now I could die. And Tuck slams the axe into the ground and then uses it to like get back to his feet.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
And you see, because you're now kind of behind the line, you're behind the fight. You see the Riverways irregulars have spread out around the mech. And it seems like they're kind of letting Billy and Ving handle it because they don't know what to do, but they've got their pointy stuff out and the archers are like taking shots at it, but they're the arrows are careening off the armor.
Well, there's other fighters here, isn't there?
Oh,
Soldiers?
there are several other units and they are fighting other units.
Yeah.
And Tuck, he yells to all of them. He's just like, stop fighting the metal thing. Try and kill people.
Get out of here.
Kill a human person.
Actually, okay, so I've got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Now that we are entering a part of the season where there will be battles that you do not have direct control over, how do you want to handle this? Do you want me to just go by vibes in my head? Or when it comes time to decide how it's going, do you want to do a flat roll?
To like see how good these guys do.
Yeah, like
kind of
flat 2d6 roll that may be able to be modified in the future depending on the war stuff. But currently just like a flat 2d6 to see which side is doing better.
Something to randomize the war.
A little bit, yeah.
Would you prefer us to
I think
roll?
maybe. And then I think it could be stuff like, oh, you took down the mech. You get a +1 to that next flat roll because the battle's going a little bit better.
Do we want them to be flat rolls, or can it be like Tuck is using his charisma to try and like...
This is for the battle as a whole is my only concern with that.
So it's not the effectiveness of Tuck instructing these guys.
I'll have to think more about that side of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's, I would say just do a 2d6 if you want to create some randomness in it.
Yeah. Who wants to roll a flat 2d6 to see how this battle's going?
I think you got to do this.
Oh,
my
that's so
friend.
fun, please.
Yeah.
Okay, give me, I guess the blue ones are mine, aren't they?
Yes. They've been rolling like shit for me.
Yeah,
so
well,
here you go.
watch this.
So am I rolling ostensibly for your side of things?
Yes.
Okay.
So you roll for...
So a good roll means things are going well for you guys.
Yes, that's what we... And our
For the bull
army.
rush
Yeah.
folk.
Okay, rolling a flat check. Let's see. I don't roll dice for this game. It feels
Yeah, it
weird.
looks weird.
You're
It
doing it
feels
so
bad.
weird.
What are you doing?
Sean, why are you doing this so
Where's your
weird?
tongue out?
Ew.
So that's a 6.
Can we
They
aid?
take a +1 forward.
Oh, yeah! It's a 7!
Okay, so it's a 7 because they take a +1 for it because
Cool.
War Cry is for your allies.
Fuck yes. That's so cool.
So I think not only did Tuck leading the charge early surprise the Firefield's forces and embolden the Riverways and High Spear forces, the Alliance. I'm just going to start calling them the Alliance because it's easier. You three very unusual combatants taking on this mech by yourselves surprised and confused the Firefield's people because they were like, who the fuck are those guys?
Mhm.
So they were thrown off to the point where, though they're not being overwhelmed anymore. They're holding the line. They're still taking losses. They're still dealing out damage, but they're not being pushed back like they were when you arrived.
And we also killed one of their generals.
Yeah,
When
The
we
guy
got
with the shit?
Yes.
This guy was a general.
Yes. So there are some of the Firefields guys that have no commander right now.
They're like, where's Jeff?
Where's racist Jeff?
Where's racist tattooed Jeff?
Where's Colonel Jeff?
He just got promoted. He was 2 weeks from retiring as a racist general.
I guess that 401k is just going to go to charity now.
A charity of his choosing.
His 401.
Evil charity.
No, his racist charity.
Oh, no.
Charity that gives racist tattoos to children.
The Firefields is a bad place.
The only way we can feel good about this fight is making the Firefields the worst place in the world.
Like the pig. We made the pigs racist.
We had to.
That's true. We
Because we were
had
getting
to.
too
Did you
sad.
hear what they were saying?
But the mech is still up. But you know, Tuck, get up and you look and you see that things are going okay right now. What do you do?
Can I? I should finish the mech thing because it's my responsibility. I guess I started this. I shouldn't just.
Sure did.
Tuck goes. His eyes are shifting down the line to like where Colm is, and he can see him being awesome.
He's being so cool. You see, he like full on like straight punches a guy in the chest, and the guy goes flying backwards.
Oh, that could have been me.
I could have been punched in the chest. And a bunch of like steam vents out of the arm of his armor. And then he grabs his sword and he cleaves through a foe.
And then Tuck goes, I gotta clean up my mess first.
Does that mean you came watching this guy fight?
Yeah, he
What?
You just see him twirling
Sorry.
a sock and throwing
I'm
it behind
so
him.
used to Abdul saying something like that.
Yeah,
Sean.
He rips off the snuggie that he's been wearing. He's like, that's why I probably fucked up.
Yeah.
He says that really loud. He's like, the snuggie was constricting me.
It's too tight.
It's too
Yeah.
tight.
I couldn't really. My skin couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
He pulls off his pump cover, and Tuck is looking absolutely swole. And all of the fighters on the Firefield side go, whoa, that guy just hit a PR for sure.
I don't understand this language.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Just gonna
Sean's got a
deep
cool
in the
new
gym
language.
lifestyle right now. All right. What do you do?
What are you waiting for?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What?
When you cry out a challenge to your enemies, roll plus con. On a 10+, they treat you as the most obvious threat to be dealt with and ignore your companions. Take +2 damage ongoing against them.
Cool.
And then on a 7 to 9, only a few are the weakest or most foolhardy among them fall prey to your taunting. So I'm trying to get the mech to ignore all the soft, fleshy humans and attack just me.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
God, I have to fucking roll better. God, Abdul, be better
We'll
at
make a
rolling.
big stage for you.
Oh,
Here
I
we
don't know
go.
about that die.
Oh, that was a good one.
Fuck yeah. So 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 3 is 11.
Hell yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah,
That's
brother.
literally better.
That is literally better.
That's literally better.
Literally better.
How does Tuck get the attention of the mech?
He's got to do some real piece of shit move. He walks to the outhouse, grabs the dead racist general, and fucking throws it at the mech.
Jesus Christ. I just want you to know that this is canonizing the man that was killed by a solidified column of shit.
Yeah, we
yeah.
already said it was.
I'm so sorry, listeners. I thought that was going to get cut for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, then so you just pick up a corpse
Yeah.
and throw it quite a distance because
Yeah.
you had to run a while to get here.
Yeah.
I got a
thrown
javelin or
far away.
the hammer throw.
No, neither. He just like grabs it one-handed by the back of the shirt
Oh.
and just like whips it overhand.
Like lacrosse.
Yeah, totally. And then it's like from the mech's perspective, it's like scanning the battlefield to try and find the biggest threat. And then like a body just like careens through the air and hits
Clang.
it.
Flops down into the mud.
And then as it slides off the lens, you see Tuck flipping 2 birds at him.
Like the lens focuses on your little.
Yeah, and it focuses just on the middle fingers.
And it goes.
Yeah, and it makes like a steam whistle noise, like a whoo, and it like stomps through, like it kicks through the Riverway irregulars and comes stomping through the mud towards you. Billy and Ving, this thing just bowls past you, but it is approaching Tuck at a rapid clip.
Oh man! Can I try and get its like little hind mechanical Achilles tendon?
Yeah, you can certainly try as it's passing by.
These
Okay.
little cables.
Yeah, it's gonna run through and try and get that weakest point of its heel.
Yeah.
Ving is using the ice in the water with the mud, creating like a solid mud, a concrete out of ice.
And is this an elemental form thing? Because
Yeah.
you still have those holes.
I still have 2 holds, so I'm using one of the holds of my elemental form. I make a replica of the axe, a huge axe, and try and slice through his little pistons.
Cool. So I think you would just spend the hold and deal your damage.
Okay. 2.
Fuck.
You're like, now's my chance. And you form this ice
He
axe.
runs and slides like in his knees. He's gonna slide, like go by him, like go down and do it like a cool Ving, like shling.
Yeah.
But he just kind of like falls on his knees and goes stuck in
And
the
then
mud.
you like swing the ice axe, but you kind of fall forward a little bit and flail. And then it just shatters against the leg armor.
I mean, does it at least dent the leg a bit?
Not
No.
at all.
No.
it
No,
just
it's
No
2
way.
damage.
yeah.
No.
It's got 3 armor.
He's got 3 armor.
Oh, you
No
gotta be
way.
fucking kidding
Yeah.
me, Sean.
Whoa.
You wouldn't
Mr.
let
3 armor.
That's ridiculous.
That
This
was
is a hunk of metal. We're fighting a car.
We're fighting
Yeah.
a car, dude.
Yeah, steam car.
Yeah, I would
Sure.
love to see you guys go outside and fight a car right now.
Just watch
Like in
me.
Street
I could
Fighter
punch
2?
a minivan.
Yeah. If I had a full axe, I could fuck up a car.
Yeah.
What if the car was trying to fuck you up?
Dude, I've smashed into so many cars on my
That's true.
bike.
I'm
and
talking
they're
to the wrong guy.
always fucked up
in
afterwards.
the junkyard.
I'm definitely talking to the wrong guy for sure.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah,
one guy had to write off his truck.
so,
Oh my
so
god.
fucking funny. But yeah, your ice axe just shatters against the leg of this thing as it starts plodding towards Tuck.
Yeah, great.
Billy, what do you do?
I want to sprint and like kind of hop onto its back.
2d6 plus dexterity.
And I want to do that so I can dig my steak knives into its like vulnerable cracks.
Oh, yeah,
That's
totally.
sick.
10.
10. Okay.
Yes.
Billy is so small, so light that it doesn't even notice you
Doesn't even
jump on its
notice.
back.
Clang.
And then
Oh, and then, yeah, you can hack and slash, yeah.
7.
Okay, so you deal your damage and it deals its damage.
Okay. 9.
Oh,
Holy
shit.
shit.
Not bad,
yes.
not bad, not bad.
Yes.
Billy, you climb up this thing, and as you get a closer look at like the gaps between the armor, there's just a mass of incomprehensible cogs and pistons and pulleys and fucking fan belts ripping away in here. It's kind of warm up in the back because it seems to be like where the steam chamber's held. So like even as your ice touches its back, it kind of melts along this back section. But you climb up to the head, and where you think most of the important stuff kind of connects. Like the arms connect here, the head, the neck, the chest, and you just dig your knife in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I also want to start like wrenching it open as much as I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You get into the guts of this thing just from this semi-safe spot, but like you see this beautiful, almost beating heart of gears and cogs
Whoa.
and boiling water and like coursing steam.
Morris would have such a boner at this.
And then in turn,
says that
Pharrell
too.
at that.
Yeah.
It's a cascading boner happening.
Boners everywhere.
Oh my God, they've entered a boner cascade.
Yucky.
Run, Mears, run!
Stuff's getting knocked off the tables.
I can't run.
Because they're wizards, shit's flying all over the place. They're like, you gotta get out of here.
We're in our most powerful winter rouse.
We're gonna shoot.
And yeah, you
Damn it, we're
you,
such shits.
you stab right into this like chunk that you dig your way into, and one spring shoots off and shatters a cog, and that cog shatters more cogs, and then this little canister, I say little, it's bigger than your body, but it is small compared to the body of the mech, starts to shake and rattle, and then it ruptures.
Whoa.
Roll a d8.
4.
So you take 9 damage.
Oh,
Well,
no.
Billy,
Remember, +5.
Right.
How much armor do you have?
None.
Oh, no, Billy, no.
It's okay.
How many hit points do you have?
12.
Holy shit, Billy.
And yeah, from where you're all standing, Tuck, this thing is like pounding towards you.
Yeah.
And then it like stops and its head spins around and you hear it start to whistle and steam and clang, and then it fucking detonates.
Whoa.
Holy
And
shit.
Billy, you see Billy like fly through the air,
Shit.
Billy.
trailing smoke and steam, and then its torso like blooms like a flower.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Like
what?
it's like in the explosion, it's just rent outwards,
Oh
Oh my
wait.
God.
and it teeters and falls to the ground.
Oh my
Whoa,
God.
did we destroy it?
It is destroyed.
Oh,
Holy
good
shit.
job, Billy.
Yeah.
He's
Good job,
saying this
everybody.
as he's flying through
Yeah.
the air.
Yeah.
And everyone in the riverways is like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
We did it.
That's amazing.
And thankfully, the Riverways guys were staying far enough away that
Yeah.
the detonation doesn't. Oh, do I add a rule to these things where if you're close enough, you also have to roll?
Yeah.
I was at the feet
Oh,
or no?
you were. Yeah, you were.
You
like
were
a
really
few-
close by, so Ving's got to roll
Mm.
defy danger in some fashion.
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
You dodge out of the way, like you protect yourself from this explosion. How?
Just like standing up a blast of frozen mud in front
Oh.
of me. Just a blast shield with a
Cool.
little slit so I can see it. Like, oh, watch Billy go.
And then it cuts to the others, like the cross section of the mud, and there's like a massive piece of metal sticking out right above the eye slit.
Whew.
But yeah, then the shrapnel coats the ground around you, and the thing falls to the ground. And it seems like the Firefield's forces are thrown into disarray
Yes.
slightly at this massive explosion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll these at a +1 because you destroyed the mech.
Oh, sick.
So sick.
A 10. So they start pushing the Firefield's forces back.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out. They've got reeds.
I think you hear like a and like pounding down the hillside from the Alliance side is like high spear cavalry.
Oh, nice.
And they crash into the infantry, and it seems like they're getting pushed back. And Colm like punches a horse.
Whoa.
He's
What
like
a
trying.
bad guy.
Yeah,
he's a bad guy.
guy.
It looks like he's trying to hold back the charge himself.
Hmm.
That was also a bad horse. I want to
Yeah.
say that was a really bad
That horse was racist.
It was, yeah.
You gotta wonder what side of the war are you really on?
Yeah.
He was a conservative.
It was
Oh, socially conservative, fiscally liberal.
yeah.
Means he's racist and bad with money.
Yeah. That's the opposite of what he usually is. That's the worst.
That's the worst thing you can be. So I think we are at a point where, like, you can see that Colm is trying to hold back this cavalry charge by himself,
Mm.
but you can see that a couple of the Firefield's forces like break and start running. So the Riverways are close to fighting off this. Like, wars like this are not always a fight to the death. You know what I mean? Like when one side looks like they're going to lose, they usually run. So
Yeah.
a good chunk of this force is bailing. So you've got the upper hand.
Can I go for Colm now?
You can certainly try.
Okay. Can I use my new move, Demonize, where I can use the obsidian shards inside my chest to determine what demonic influence exists in the current field of battle?
Hell yeah.
Yep. I get up to a high, there's like
a rock.
And I climb it, and I look directly at Colm.
And you see him take the head off somebody.
Yeah.
And he turns with the swing and stops and kind of poses. He holds his sword out to the side as the blood drips off and steam is venting out of him.
I could read his lips, and it goes, "Somebody draw this."
And his wild hair is wreathing his head along with plumes of smoke from his armor. So you were going to roll Demonize.
Yes.
So that's a 2d6 plus wisdom.
Here we go. Yep, that's a 5, so no.
Oh no.
Shit.
So you are one of the people that was just seen destroying, with very small numbers, quite a powerful war machine.
Mm-hmm.
He makes eye contact with you, and he looks around and he sees the way the battle's going, and you can see him grip his sword tighter and then stop and cock his head and listen, and then grab a horse and hop on the horse and ride away.
No, you fuck! Tuck chases.
No way.
Can I chase
You're
him?
welcome to try and chase him. Yeah,
I'm chasing him down.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
If you're literally physically running after him,
Yeah.
strength, I guess.
Okay.
Strength of a horse. Become me.
God fucking damn it! So I rolled a 5 plus 3 is 8.
8. So 7 to 9, which means you you charge through the people.
Yes.
The remaining forces. You see him start racing away.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, no! And you jump over
Yes.
from your high vantage point, slamming into the ground.
Yes.
Running. He's getting distance on you.
Fuck!
But you're in chase. Ving and Billy, you see Tuck run off, chasing what appears to be Colm Blackhammer on a horse.
Oh, do we follow him?
Yes. You want to ride?
Yes, please.
Ving says, as he takes all the iron, which is an
Oh.
element from the deformed mech,
Oh.
to make
Your own suit?
a suit, a falcon suit,
Whoa.
an
cool.
iron falcon
Whoa.
to rise Billy up and send War Billy down on the Colm.
Cool. So this is elemental form.
Elemental form.
Yeah, so 2d6 plus con.
11.
Great. So iron plates start flying off of
Yeah,
the
Ving jumps and it's just peels off, like when the pieces attach from the little chunks of Iron Man, just tink,
Yeah,
tink,
tink,
tink, tink, tink, tink, tink.
Nice. That's so sick.
Yeah. And he's starts falling and then
Whoa.
flap, with a little cockpit for Billy.
Billy's riding on top.
He has takes some of the lens and make these little. He puts little goggles on him.
So fun.
Red leader. I'm closing in on Tuck right now.
There's not enough of them. I took the shirt of the dead guy and made him a little scarf.
A little red scarf flapping in the wind.
It's Snoopy.
So it looks like Snoopy versus the Red Baron.
Yeah.
So you take off into the air, leaving the battle behind, and you see sort of the landscape spread out before you. You see a camp in the far distance, rows and rows of tents.
Oh, shit.
A city far on the coast. You see a battlefield. This is a war zone.
Mm-hmm.
Battles happening far off, kilometers away in different parts of the principality. And you see Colm Blackhammer racing away on a bloodied horse. Tuck just running as fast as he can after him.
Ripping through the battlefield, anytime anyone comes close, I just smash
Shoulder
them out of the way.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. So do you help Tuck, or are you trying to stop Colm?
I want to stop the horse.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So I spend one of the hold to catch up to him,
Totally, yep.
and then spend one of the hold to swing down. And
Reach for the horse?
this is a bad horse, right?
It's a bad horse. It's a bad horse.
It's a horse.
Oh man.
You can hear the horse going,
Yeah.
I'm just doing my job.
Oh, no.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
law and order, and I think that I am the one that is empowered to enforce it.
He's using the power of bureaucracy to do the wrong thing.
We gotta find a way to get past this.
We
Oh
will.
my God. Ving swoops down and slams down in the ground right in front of the horse.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Bam, like a falcon doing a superhero landing.
And you're trying to stop him?
Yeah.
So defy danger strength, I guess, to just stop the charge.
Great. There's a 5 plus a 2.
So 5 plus 2, 7. 7 to 9.
Oh yeah, perfect. I want to use dexterity to throw Billy at the guy as I'm crashing up.
2d6 plus dexterity.
7.
Okay, so yeah, this is 2 7 and 9s that we're doing here. So you throw Billy at Colm as you land on the ground, and you see like Colm sees you hit the ground. He pushes off of the horse.
Whoa.
The horse like shoots out from underneath him, crashes into you.
Whoa.
Your falcon form like shatters around you as you get hit by a car, and the horse goes tumbling off to the side of the road, and Billy is flying towards Colm, and Billy, you just see him extend a hand and palm you like a basketball.
Fuck.
Asshole.
What do you do?
I'm going to freeze around him and try to cut his tendons.
Whoa.
Nice.
Am I able to use I'm a bad guy now?
If you remind me what the move is.
So, I mean, it says I would call upon my winter form to fight in a flurry. I'd roll plus wisdom. I'm already in my winter form, though. That's the only thing.
I think it still works. Can you keep reading it?
Yeah, so 0 to 6, I would have 1 hold, but I'm forced into the winter form until the next sunrise. 7 to 9, I get 2 hold. 10 plus is a 3 hold. And the options are to terrify an enemy, deal damage to an enemy within reach, freeze someone or something in place.
Damn.
I think you can use this.
Yeah.
Could I?
You're just double winter right now.
Yeah.
That's sick. When you use this and your winter form, you're like monstrously destructive.
Yeah. 2d6 plus wisdom to try and really tap into the winter fairy.
Yeah. It's been a while. 8.
Okay.
So I would have 2 hold.
Yeah.
Can I freeze him in place and deal damage?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
So you, like, he's just coated in ice?
Yeah.
And you can see like the armor is becoming brittle under the ice that's freezing his arm and climbing down his body.
And it's slowing down because the steam is condensing.
Shutting down the suit that seemed to be mechanized.
Yeah, it's like you can see that thing where like the plates are like settling a little bit as the armor stops its like assisted movement, basically. It's shutting down around him. Oh, that would be so scary to be in a suit of armor like that just shuts down. And then you roll your damage, which is 2d6.
8. And I do want to cut his tendons or arm or whatever I can reach.
Oh, like blades of ice are like working their way into the armor.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Growing like icicles, like.
Yeah. He's coated in ice, and this ice digs into his body, and he grimaces in pain.
Yeah.
And then he coughs up a little bit of blood as he is wounded. And then the ice shatters, and he like throws Billy to the ground and backs off the road that he was riding the horse down and draws his sword.
Is he running away, or is he going to fight us?
He's backing up, like, because Billy's the only one that's like, Ving got hit by a horse. Tuck is still catching up.
I deflected a horse on purpose.
That was a big horse too.
It was a Clydesdale.
It was for sure a huge horse.
It was a huge horse.
Had to be
Yeah.
Clydesdale.
I fucked Clyde right up.
Yeah. He fucking threw a horse at you. That's crazy.
Great.
Okay, so then he backs up. He's got his sword out to the side, this glittering obsidian blade in his hand. You can hear his armor is like chunk, like it's trying to roll over and
charge up again.
Exactly, it's trying to like he's hitting something on his side
to try and start it
to
again.
try and get his armor started.
Okay,
and he's like, "How about the fairy?"
Whoa! Holy shit!
How does he know?
Well, it's a little boy coated in ice.
I guess he would believe.
And also, you would assume, Billy, you would be like, he knows something. And he's got his blade out, and I'm holding my arm out because it feels cool. But he's like crouching low, and he sees Ving collecting himself, and he sees Tuck come thumping down the road.
Yeah. Am I there yet?
You'll be there soon. You see Colm squaring up with Billy.
Yeah, I would hit the gas if I saw a guy with a fucking knife about to swing at like unprotected Billy, who Tuck knows has only 12 hit points left.
Can I try to vanish from sight?
Oh,
and I could move unseen.
That's terrifying.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that is so fucking rad.
I want to do that.
Oh, that's spooky. He's
sick.
Like, how about the fairy? And then just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he brings his sword in front of him.
I'm running as lightly as I can behind him.
Okay. Defy danger dexterity to not make any noise.
5. I'll use another fairy child to turn this into
okay.
a 7 to 9.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I think it is because you're definitely keeping his attention. He brings the sword in front of him and you start creeping around, and it's basically the thing like you step on a twig you didn't see and he immediately swings at where that sound is and you just dodge out of the way, but he turns and he knows where you are.
Right.
But Tuck, his back is to you now.
Yeah.
Ving, you're picking yourself up, like shedding the pieces of metal that formed your eagle body.
I mean, I hit the horse on purpose.
Yeah, totally. So no,
we all know that, right?
Yeah. So we'll say
that.
He landed in a falcon form and then shouldered the horse and exploded in metal falcon.
So that's your
but
last.
But he didn't know that it would hurt that bad. And his sciatic went out on the other side.
Oh no, you've thrown out your back on both sides now.
But Tuck, you are making your arrival. What do you do?
I run straight into him full speed.
Yeah.
Like I hit him like a fucking train.
From the front or from the back?
2d6 plus strength. Yeah, Tuck always hits it from the back.
Yeah. That is 6 plus 3 is 9.
9.
I aid.
Okay. How do you aid?
I rise out of the muck with his limp horse beside me and say, "Boo, boo."
That's so fun. You rise out of the mud.
Is it covered in mud?
Yeah.
Eyes on me.
You have your eyes closed so he can't see you because you blend into the mud, and then you're like,
now I'm over here. Thing does that. Now I'm over here. Great, I got 11.
You're so mad. You're so mad about all of your rolls today. You're so fucking mad.
Ving makes popcorn and watches the fight from here on in.
And you appear like he is watching where Billy is stepping and preparing for another strike.
Yeah.
And you emerge from the mud and a pile of broken metal. And he just looks up at you long enough to get absolutely hammered by a charging Tuck.
Yeah, total bully move. Bam, into the ground.
Yeah.
And then when he looks up at me, Tuck slams the axe into the ground and he does the Henry Cavill like fight thing.
Arm reload?
Yeah, the arm reload.
Yeah. Where he cocks his fists like shotguns.
Yeah, and Tuck cocks his fists like shotguns and he uses Deathless.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read Deathless again.
When you enter a fight knowing your death won't come, roll plus wisdom. On a hit, your foes are dismayed and take +1 ongoing against them until the fight is over. On a 10 plus, your surety and your destination makes something about the now more clear. Ask a question from the discern realities list.
Excellent.
So yeah, Tuck cocks his arms and then he goes, if you know who I am, you know I'm not going to die here today.
Oh,
that's not the one who's going to die here today.
And then he's like, get up. 11.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
All right, so you get it first. You get a question from the discern realities list.
What here is not what it appears to be. I look into his eyes.
He's Allison.
I would quit the fucking podcast if that.
His red hair flattens against his shoulders.
I would fucking quit the podcast.
The armor comes off.
The bulky armor.
Steps out of the bulky armor. A slender silhouette. Buxom breasts.
If you canonize this,
out of the
I
shower.
will actually fucking kill you.
A green scarf comes flowing
A
out.
green scarf.
Wait, is it
She
red?
has a new scarf.
Red.
A red scarf.
I'm flying a new flag.
The green scarf.
Ascent upon the air.
Yeah.
He's like getting up from the ground, leaves his sword on in the mud, and you can see his like armor is starting back up. It's starting to like chugging.
Yeah.
You do the Henry Cavill arm thing.
Yeah.
He does the Bucky Barnes like arm recalibrate where he like spins his shoulder and like realigns like pistons in his armor.
Yeah, cool.
And he says like, your time hasn't come. You still have your part to play in this war. And then you feel like the coins in your chest, not burning, but you know, the feeling that you became familiar with under the heart tree. It's like tugging, but it's not tugging towards Colm. It's tugging towards the sword.
Oh.
So Ving, you see Tuck and Colm squaring off, having their warriors
It's like a pissing
repartee.
contest.
Yeah.
And he's like with popcorn.
Man, this fight's been fucking crazy.
Just a bunch of pine cones you found on the ground.
And you start feeling your body, you're like, no damage.
Fine.
You haven't taken any damage?
Fine. I haven't done shit.
Are you kidding me?
But in a more what is probably happening way, you're doing the thing that all of you always do, like repositioning yourselves.
Yeah.
You're like, how can I need to get to where I am the most helpful?
I see Tuck's eyes dart towards a sword.
Yeah, and you know that Billy is invisible somewhere.
Oh yeah, I can smell him.
And
I didn't bathe before this war.
Yeah.
I didn't.
What am I supposed to do?
In your life up to this war.
Ever.
Never voluntarily bathed before this war.
In living memory, I've never bathed.
In living memory, because you delete the memory every time you do the Billy
I have a
thing.
software update every couple of weeks.
It just clears all the temporary files of bath memories.
Yeah.
It's fear of the unknown, Billy. If you just remembered one of them and saw how not that bad it was.
Eventually, you like them, and then by the time you like them,
You forget.
So yeah, you see them. You see Tuck's eyes dart toward the sword.
Mm-hmm.
You smell Billy nearby.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I just want to circle around and be in striking distance of the sword.
Okay, defy danger, dexterity.
11.
ooh,
Whoa!
so
So
light.
you so light on your feet.
It's like
What are
he's
your elf
moving the mud.
Feet. See, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're like manipulating the mud, so it's like
It's just like rolling
rolling the sword
toward-
slowly towards you.
Mhm.
Just slow enough that like Colm's not noticing right now because he's pretty focused on Tuck. Tuck, you see the sword start to move in the mud, and you
Yeah.
see Ving repositioning himself behind Colm into the side.
Yeah. And Tuck maintains eye contact with Colm,
Yeah.
and he goes, I think you're going to have to make me play my part.
Cool.
He lowers down and his armor like shifts around him,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, "So be it." And he boom like jets forward.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And Tuck wants to give you guys time to act, so he takes the hit.
Okay, 2d6 plus con.
Unbowed, unbent, unbroken. When you prepare yourself to endure some hardship, roll plus con. On a hit, you can either take half damage or you can completely ignore one other ill effect. On a 10 plus, you can also defeat, expose, or frustrate your oppressor with your stubbornness.
Okay, sick.
So I basically, as he jets forward, I let him hit me and then I bear hug the armor.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh no. So 6 plus 3 is, I have
9.
a plus 1 ongoing.
Oh.
So 10.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes!
10.
Fuck yes!
So on a 10 plus, you get the first effect and the second effect.
Yes!
So you're either going to take half damage or you're going to ignore one other effect.
I'll take half damage.
Okay, so roll a d10.
Holy shit.
Ouch.
10.
Oh.
And-
And I have 3 armor.
Yes, except the thing that I chose to represent Colm ignores armor.
Okay.
What?
Like he jets forward and this piston arm just crushes into your chest.
Uh-huh.
So you take half damage from this punishing blow.
Yes.
And you know what? I think there's something about this armor
Mhm.
that is ignoring your armor.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other effect that you chose not to ignore is he sends you flying backwards.
Fuck, no, I wanted to bear hug him.
I know.
Aw.
But you it's not like you're tumbling through the mud. I think you're probably doing the cool, like you're sliding
Slide.
on your feet,
Yeah.
but he sends you back like 10 feet
So it's
with
like,
this punch.
it's a standing slide
Yeah.
through the mud. Yeah, that's
And
sick.
he keeps rushing at you.
Yeah,
But Billy and Ving, Colm has been drawn away from the sword.
I roll forward and grab the sword. What do I
Nice.
feel when I touch the sword?
Rage.
Whoa.
Cold animal rage.
Oh.
Holy. And Ving, using that blind rage, rolls forward, leaps in the air, and brings it down to cleave it in the top of his head.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
I just watched him punch Tuck.
Yeah, totally.
Billy's like just right behind him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? First off, 2d6 plus wisdom. Just even holding this thing.
To like resist.
Hmm.
Yeah.
8.
So Colm is closing the distance to Tuck, and I think as you're running behind him and leaping into the air, they're really close together as you bring this blade down.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus strength to hack and slash.
11.
Oh.
So that is a
Nice.
Fuck
you get to
yes.
deal your damage,
Yes.
and you have the option of putting yourself in danger to deal additional damage.
I will do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Blind
fuck
rage.
yes.
So that's an additional d6 damage, I think. It's your damage plus a d6.
Okay. I have a d6 damage. 6.
Okay. And you bring the blade down. Tuck, you're seeing this happen. Ving has got a crazy look in his eye as he's wielding this two-handed black-bladed sword.
I bring it down, like thrusting it down into like the back of his neck.
Yeah, totally. You bury it into his body and you deal 6 damage. It cleaves through pieces of his armor. This blade cuts right through it. Plates fall away and the blade is like sticking a couple feet like out of his body. The handle's just jutting up into the air and blood is like bubbling up from the wound. And he just turns to you, Ving, with like blood in his mouth.
Whoa.
And I've let go of the blade and there's like shock almost.
And he looks you in the eye and he goes, now you'll begin to understand. And then he just backhands you. Roll a d10.
Holy shit.
6.
Okay, yeah, so you take 6 damage, ignoring armor.
Oof.
As you are slammed through the air as well. And he's just got this sword sticking out of his torso.
That's fucking horrendous.
But now I guess he's just like...
Yeah, he reaches up and he begins pulling the blade out of his own body. Billy, what do you do? You are invisible, temporarily safe.
Can I try to switch for that sword?
Oh, get it out of him and grab it? Yes.
What would you switch
Switch
it
the
with?
axe with it.
Give him my weapon.
I'll switch the steak knife I'm holding.
That's very funny.
Is that okay?
That is hilarious.
I think
Do I have to roll for it?
I think the thing that you'll have to roll for is the fact that, you're holding one of your steak knives and you're looking at this sword that he just pulled out of his own body and you focus really hard and the steak knife disappears from your hand and appears in his hand. And he looks down at it like incredulously as this massive sword appears in your hands and you are filled with rage.
Be careful, Billy.
2d6 plus wisdom to resist the influence of this thing.
6 plus 1, 7.
So partial success, you're kind of far away. I think you are overcome with the urge to just charge this guy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to charge him with it.
Okay. Defy danger to get close to him. Dexterity, I guess.
10.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you zip across the ground, closing the distance to Colm as he's looking at the knife and just like screams into the night. It's night now, I guess, or was it day when the thing started?
It's like, it's a red night.
Oh.
Like,
Oh.
it's
So
the...
lost smoke and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
All the fires are illuminating like a redness. There's like, the sky is like, there's like red light cast on his face.
Yeah. And he screams.
But
as he
somewhere a
reali-
sailor's like, not bad. Tomorrow's going to be a good day.
That's what the Riverways assholes are saying.
They're like, oh, pretty good.
Delightful evening here.
But yeah, he turns and he's casting his eyes about and he sees Billy with the blade just as you get to him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Hack and slash.
2d6 plus strength.
3.
Oh, shit. So Billy fails the hack and slash and takes the damage. Roll a d10.
Oh, shit.
Oh, big.
How many do you have left?
12.
12.
Okay.
I won't die.
Holy
10.
shit. 10?
Fuck.
Rough.
Fuck. You're down to 2, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think...
Wow.
So is it just like Billy swings the blade and he just grips the blade? The armor like falls away from the gauntlet and it like cuts into his hand. And he pulls Billy up by the sword and just stabs you in the chest with a steak
Oh
knife.
my god.
Holy shit.
Tuck sees that and he's like, Billy, no!
And then he just shakes Billy to the ground.
Yeah.
And he holds his arms wide.
I use a scrap of ass. On
Most
a,
mystical move.
yeah, on a 10 plus on hack and slash, I can choose to forego damage and get away.
Oh,
I
right.
can choose to not deal damage and get away. So I'm going to try and attack him and then like fight dirty so we can escape because Billy is too hurt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sick. So 2d6 plus strength. It's
Okay.
got to be a 10 plus or it doesn't work.
This had better fucking
Come
work.
on.
I swear to fucking God, if it doesn't, I'm going to kill somebody. That's... Yeah, I got an 11. 12. I got a 12.
We all
Yeah.
live.
Okay, so how does this escape happen?
So as soon as he stabs Billy, Tuck just goes, no, and he punches into the engine in the back of the armor and then grabs whatever is in there and rips it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. and it starts like rattling and puffing and shaking. And he is not in control of his body.
Ving jumps at this moment while he's distracting and rattling, grabs Billy, takes Billy into his arms.
Yeah.
Tumbles away.
How do you escape? Where do you go?
Well, because I rip this piece out of the armor and it just starts losing control.
Yeah.
I just like kick him so that he starts running in the other direction.
So he stumbles away from you.
Yeah.
It's not quite like a run, but he stumbles away from you quite a few steps and hits his knee hits the ground and he steadies himself, but his armor is locking around him and he turns over his shoulder like rimmed.
He's rimming.
He's being rimmed by the red sun.
Finally, a move I can do.
The red sun like glowing through the smoke-hazed skies of the burning fire fields, and he calls over his shoulder, "Your time will come. I look forward to doing this again."
And then he starts like laughing and coughing.
Yeah, he's laughing maniacally and just
Gurgling
hacking up smoke and blood.
Whoa.
And you run off into the night. And that's where we're going to end it for this week. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long.
Playing Ving, the half-elf druid, Paul Oppers.
Take care.
Playing Fat Billy, the halfling thief, Jessica Ty.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music. You can find all of Aaron's original music at aaronreed.bandcamp.com, and all the music produced for the show gets Spotify. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters around the world for supporting the show. If you want to support the show and get access to the up-to-date feed of Mall Brats, Blades in the Dark game set in the High Spear Mall, if you want access to postcards and merch drops, things like maybe Jessica and I make an illegal Domino's RPG called 30 Minutes or Less.
Or you can read Zane's and Zane Brain Zine if you want to sign up at the Monarch level.
It's pretty fucking good.
And you can even play games run by Abdul or myself at the Wizard and or Piss Monster tier.
Guess which one's which?
Once I made a self.
You made a salve at a gift box.
Yeah, guys.
Yes.
And all that stuff is available and more at patreon.com/spoutlore or spoutlore.com/moneyplease. Thank you, finally, and most of all, to all of you for listening. We'll see you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures three who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, for times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be lying a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Hello, hello, I'm Malik.
I'm Jamie.
And this is World Gone Wrong, where we discuss the unprecedented times we're living through.
Can your manager still schedule you for night shifts after that werewolf bit you?
My ex-boyfriend was replaced by an alien body snatcher, but I think I like him better now.
Who is this dude showing up in everyone's old pictures?
My friend says the sewer alligators are reading maps now.
When did the kudzu start making that humming sound?
We are just your normal millennial roommates processing our feelings about a chaotic world in front of some microphones.
World Gone Wrong, a new fiction podcast from Audacious Machine Creative, creators of Unwell, a Midwestern Gothic mystery. Learn more at audaciousmachinecreative.com.
Find World Gone Wrong in all the regular places you find podcasts.
I love you so much. I mean, you could up the energy a little bit.
You could up the energy.
I actually don't take notes.
That was good.
I'm just kidding. You sounded great.
So did you.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.